Okay, good day, all you beautiful people. Today I'm going to reveal to you some very confidential knowledge about the Vedas. So, in Vedic science, which is the most accurate spiritual and scientific method, which is revealed to sages and saints who have purified their existence. And this knowledge was all kind of like downloaded, but not just into their minds, but really received through their hearts. Really. So this is like the ultimate light of knowledge. Vedas. And Vedas means the knowledge, or the end of all knowledge. Look no further than the Vedas. I've been through many philosophical and spiritual systems, meditations, and my conclusion is that the Vedas are the answer, really. And, I've been through Gnosticism as well, which is coming to know God inside oneself and not needing any sort of middleman between the self and your creator or God. But the Vedas go a step further, and I'll show you why. So, and this is just a system, a philosophical and spiritual system, science, that resonates completely with me. You can take it or leave it, but it is the closest thing to the absolute truth. So here we are, in a human form. There we are, hello! And in this material universe, there are 8,400,000,000 different species, one of which is the human. And the human life is meant, ultimately, for self-realization. Now, what is the self? The self is basically the one consciousness, or the Brahman, you could say. And all life forms are projected from this one consciousness, also known by common spiritual circles as the Source, who is Brahman. Okay? So the life of Brahman is 311.04 trillion years. And that is seemingly eternal. But even this Brahman source goes into annihilation and then recycles itself again. So in the universal cycle, we are towards the end at the Kali Yuga. The beginning of this universe was the Satya Yuga, which is the age of goodness, the golden age. We are now re-entering a mini golden age for a good 10,000 years, and we have 417,000 years left of the Kali Yuga. And at the end, Lord Shiva comes and destroys the universe, and then the whole game starts over again. So this projection from Brahman is very interesting, because he is the one having a dream of all these different forms, seemingly ad infinitum. So he is projecting his consciousness, we'll call it Brahman, source, whatever you have, into Maya, which is matter, the matrix, or the illusion. Now, by illusion, the Latin for illusion is ludere, which means play. So we are all immersed in this thing which is not real, which is a dream, a play, and a movie. And so life, or life as we know it here in Maya, is literally an interactive lucid dream, play, movie. It seems real, it feels real, but illusion is that which is not. The only thing that is real is the absolute. And for many people, the absolute remains a great mystery. But to penetrate the mystery, one must go beyond the luminous effulgence of Brahman to realize the absolute truth through devotional service. And this is transcendental knowledge. Eventually, you come to realize the absolute is not this mysterious energy force like Brahman is. And, all this permeated consciousness is also known as, the Force in Star Wars. And the absolute, according to the Vedas, is known as Krishna. And that is a person with many forms, many different names, pastimes, etc., etc. And so how did we get here? Well, we are his individual jivas, or parts and parcels. So you could say the absolute is, there he is, and I'm putting there because he plays the flute. Woohoo! He likes music. And he's dancing, always dancing. And in the spiritual world, or the transcendental platform where the absolute resides, everything is a song. Every sentence spoken is a song, and every movement is a dance. So it is truly, in a sense, ecstatic and blissful. Now, the form of the absolute is Sat Chit Ananda, which is truth, eternal truth and bliss. In the Brahman conception, we just get eternality, the eternal aspect, and truth. The impersonal philosophers will say, I am, and that is the name of God. That is a partially realized truth, in the sense that I am is Brahman, which is the God, or the secondary God, of the material universe of matter, who lives 311.0420 trillion years. But at the end of the universal cycle, even he has to go back to the absolute, which is known as Krishna. So there we go. So Krishna gave Brahman all the creative power to create his dream creatures, like also known as you and me. And we are meant for self-realization because we are made in his image. We are made in his image, just out of sheer love and bliss. So the ultimate goal of life is to have a relationship with the absolute that is truly loving and sublime. And throughout the universal yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, towards the end, Kali gets very degenerate. There's a loss in connection to spirituality. So here everyone just meditated and felt automatically connected with the absolute. Eventually they underwent sacrifices, like fire sacrifices, not killing animals or anything, but just offering things like food and flowers, But the only kind of sacrifice we're able to do in the Kali Yuga is chant. And that is the sublime method of reviving our transcendental consciousness. And so Lord Chaitanya, who is an incarnation of Krishna, gave us this sublime, beautiful mantra called the Hare Krishna mantra. And you would chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, as long as you want, all day. And this connects you back to the Absolute. So this is also known as chanting the Lord's name, and that automatically puts you to the Absolute platform and makes you lead a very happy life indeed, while still in the dream, movie, illusion, play, because this is what it is. Now, how do we get out of this? Well, we, as sort of holographic microforms of Krishna, are in essence spirit souls. So the spirit soul, essentially, is this infinitesimal speck. It can't be seen and it can't be destroyed. It is eternal and indestructible, as the Bhagavad Gita goes into. So that's the little spirit soul. And next to the spirit soul is the Paramatma, which is the super soul. So one aspect of God resides within the heart of every living being. Isn't that just sublime? That's just absolutely incredible. So there's a human, have a spirit spark, spirit soul, and the Paramatma, which is the super soul. In us, it's all. So a partially realized God is the Paramatma aspect. Another partially realized part of God is the Brahman, which is all surrounding us, So that's the soul there, that's the super soul, and then the Brahman, or the spirit part of the soul, is all around us, and we actually have multiple bodies, not just the physical body, but these are called koshas, and that's when they say we are multi-dimensional. In a sense, yes, because we have the gross body, and then the subtle body, and then all these other koshas which expand outwards into the force and into the universe. So we all have these light bodies, etc. But penetrating through matter, we arrive in the spiritual kingdom, which is the kingdom of heaven, the absolute, the supposed mystery, which is simply, the realm of Krishna, and that is Goloka, So whether you believe in God or not, it doesn't matter. This is the revealed science that is absolutely ancient. And for me, it just makes absolute perfect sense. For other people, they prefer to remain in the mystery, in the one Brahman effulgence kind of thing. And that's okay. They will be reabsorbed into the light and become this impersonal one with this impersonal goo, and that's cool. But if you penetrate through this, you get to have an actual eternal loving relationship with God, as his friend, as his lover, as his as a father or a son. But the process of self-realization is not just realizing I am that, I am Brahman. It goes further, and it's much more transcendental and sublime. And it is in realizing that you have a unique relationship and identity with the Absolute, or Krishna. You are related in a very unique individual way. So that process will be gradually revealed to you when you, for instance, keep chanting Hare Krishna, and yeah, the answers will come to you through what is known as causeless knowledge. You'll end up getting all these incredible downloads, and you'll just know. You'll just know. It's no more belief, or faith. It is sure knowing. You just know and feel it in your heart and soul. So there you go. I hope that's been helpful, and yeah, this is this is all very good news. And if you have any questions, just let me know. One more thing that's coming to me is Jesus Christ. He would have been the embodiment of the Paramatma aspect, so the Lord in the heart. So that was Jesus Christ, who came down as an empowered incarnation of Vishnu, another name for Krishna, to spread unconditional love to the world. And this is the you could call level 2 aspect of God realization, and he was the embodiment of that. And many people want to just stay there and have faith in Jesus Christ, which is absolutely true, because he's a direct devotee and messenger of the Father in heaven, who is the Bhagavan, or Krishna. So there we go. Any aspect of this, so these three aspects of God realization are absolutely wonderful and valid. So it's basically what resonates with you. And some people want to directly penetrate through the mystery and arrive at the absolute platform, and realizing that yes, God did make us in His image, and He's actually a wonderful person. He's not anything to be afraid of. He loves playing the flute, and He has innumerable pastimes, and just getting to know God is just a wonderful, beautiful thing, and everything is singing and dancing, and eternal delight. Eternal delight. As William Blake wrote, energy is eternal delight. So there we go. In this material world, it's a bit more miserable, simply because it's denser or gross. And that's okay. This is not our original position. Our original position is literally with the Absolute, and we're just down here to kind of supposedly enjoy life independently of this, for the sake of our own kind of expansion and exploration. But once you realize that there is no true, eternal, delightful life without the Absolute, or any of these other realizations of God, like the Paramatman, or the all-pervasive Brahman, like the Force, then you just realize what life is really all about. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and much love to you, and Hare Krishna.